Thanks for joining us, and welcome to the start of the 2011-2012 season on PO Sports Talk. I'm Ed Gotwals, and I'm going to be joined by our two newest PO Sports writers, Miller and Colin Stevens. If you happen to be at Tower Bank in Greencastle, you may want to look up Joel Rainier, because I'm sure he'd be dying to talk some sports with somebody. All right, we're just about ready to start the fall season, and that means football is here. The games start tomorrow night, Friday, and the big game on opening night, of course, is Greencastle at Chambersburg. And I think everybody's expectations are it might be the first time that the Trojan Stadium is going to be a full house since they redid the thing about 7 years ago. Blue Devils won last year's meeting 20-17 on a last-second field goal by Luke Bittner, and I would not be surprised to see some kind of a good game like that this year. Both teams have a lot of experience in their lines, and both teams have a lot of good skill players back, which kind of makes it a little bit even. I think it should be a pretty interesting matchup. Let's call in Mike Miller now to talk about Shippensburg, which plays at Middletown on Friday night. Okay, the Hounds had a good season last year. They finished 8-3, and one of the reasons for that was they got up to a great start beating Middletown. I think it was 41-0 last year.
41-0 at home, yeah. Well, this year they're on the road at Middletown. Like you said, they did blow them out last year. So it'll be definitely a new-look team for Shippensburg this year. They're going to have to replace Tade Statham, their all-time leading rusher. This year, Eric Faust said it's going to be a stable of running backs to sort of replace Statham. They have Luke Allison and Branson Allen. They're going to be the two top guys probably at that position. It's going to be a new-look offense for Shippensburg this year. Returning quarterback Marshall Whitmer, he's going to be behind center. He's going to have a nice offensive line to protect him, led by Kerry Hess and Garrett Vanderbrake. It should be he should have the protection. It's just a matter of whether he can find his receivers downfield. Two guys Eric Faust said to look for this year are Zach McMullen at tight end and Jeremy Musser at receiver. So it should be interesting to follow Shippensburg this year to see how they rebound from losing their top rusher and establish a new identity on offense.
Yeah. Could be a new look Shippensburg this year.
Should be.
All right, the other game Friday night is Susquehanna Township at Waynesboro. And I got a feeling the Borough's going to have their hands full Friday night. Susquehanna Township has really been good the last few years, and they are now ranked number 10 in the state to start the season in Class AAA. They've got a bunch of athletes there, and I know Waynesboro's on the way up, I think, but tough way to start the season.
Definitely.
Yep. Okay, then on Saturday we have James Buchanan playing. We'll bring in Colin Stevens for that. The Rockets are going to travel to Baltimore, Maryland on Saturday to play Southside Academy in a game at noon. Colin, what do you know about James Buchanan this year?
Well, James Buchanan is going to look different this year. Their coach, Mark Urich, is definitely expecting a better product on the field. He says this team could be one of the best teams they've had in decades. And what's going to help that is a running attack that they haven't had in past years. Brady Hornbaker, a sophomore, is good size, good speed, and it's something they haven't had in the backfield for a while. And that's going to help out quarterback Coy Quivers a lot. They run a spread, and Coy's got a lot of speed. He can run the ball, but he's got a big arm also. But having that running attack is going to allow them to change up their plays, and defenses won't be able to key in on that pass. Now, Southside Academy, we're not too sure about what they're going to bring to the table. But I can tell you they lost to a powerhouse in Baltimore by 60 points last year, shutout, 60-0. So it's tough to say, but this may be a game that James Buchanan can steal early and get their first win in the first game.
Okay. And we have to note this was a change on James Buchanan's schedule. They were supposed to have off this week and then play Carson Long next week. Carson Long dropped the Rockets from their schedule, so they were able to pick up Southside. So we really don't have any idea how this game's going to go, but it should be interesting.
Definitely.
All right. Thanks again for joining us for Sports Talk. Have a good week and enjoy the games.